Welcome back to the workshop. It's fabulous to have you here because we have just started what will be a very long project, making a titanium Damascus katana. And in order to make it happen, I need to do tons of material prep. All of the titanium needs to be ground with clean surfaces before it goes together to be diffusion bonded. All of the steel for the Damascus steel core needs to be ground and fabulous. We need clean, freshly ground material. It always takes an age doing it by hand here on the grinder, but in here, I've got a beast of a surface grinder. But the thing is, though it's very powerful with an enormous stone wheels are great for precision, but not so good for fast stock removal. And we are in the business of needing fast stock removal. And would you believe it, but abrasive belts do that much better. So I'm gonna make an adapter to turn this stone surface grinder into a belt surface grinder. This seemed like it was a lot easier right before I was stood in front of it. And now it seems quite scary and involved. Take all of you, shall I? Let's go!
You forgot the most important tool, element.
Oh, thank you, Jamie. You could have taken that.
What do you mean? I've got a camera.
Thanks, Jamie. Of course, it's the one that I snapped. I snapped a 5mm Allen key the other week, and it's always the one that I need. And now I'm gonna have to do it like some sort of like Neanderthal with hand tools. Oh, great, that doesn't fit. How did that get assembled if you can't put the Allen key in it? Everything's going great.
Why are we just off that screwdriver?
Just giving it a little rub. It's also too long.
I've never been told it's too long before.
Woo! Beautiful.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Can you just scoot back? Oh, yeah. Oh, we definitely missed some spots when we restored this. What's great is we have 4 bolt holes here, nice machine flat surface that's 90 degrees to the spindle. Also got 3 bolt holes here. So what we're gonna need to do is we're gonna need to build a way to affix a wheel and then affix a mount and a tensioning and tracking adjustment for it. Getting our steps in today. See if I can find the spindle taper. What on earth? Yes! That's why you don't throw anything away. That's the drawing from when I made an arbor for balancing it. How about an angle measurement somewhere, Alec? What? This is the worst drawing I've ever seen in my life. Who did this? Ooh, maybe. Trying to find something legal to throw at you.
Ow! Right, that's it. That's got the camera, you're done for me.
There we go, 5 degrees. Got to turn this slab of aluminium into that to be our new contact wheel. This is what the belt is gonna run on. So I've got my hole board, but that is the hole size. At the small end of our taper, on our tapered spindle, we need to turn it into a taper that is 5 degrees and perfectly lines up to that point. But how am I gonna make it perfect? What do I have? I have 1 5-degree angle block that's loose in the air. I have gradations on my compound. How could I indicate the compound in to be dead nuts 5 degrees? I need to watch a YouTube video. I bet somebody's done this on YouTube. Show Pi always delivers the goods. Yes, now I understand. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So the setup to get the angle is a trigonometry problem. We set up the angle at 5 degrees, and when we then travel along it 3 inches, we'll know what the right angle of the triangle should finish off at, and we just gotta line it up to match. Now we cut our taper. Got it out of the lathe. We've got the taper made. The trouble is, obviously, I can't take the surface grinder to it. We've got to take it out of the chuck. Ooh, that's a good noise. See how she fits. Oh yeah, I think we're golden. All right, let's flip it around. Out she comes. Just gonna make a little steel washer. Here we go, washer, screw. Let's go test fit. Okay, on. Lefty tighty, righty loosey. Beautiful! Although I did not design a way to then subsequently get it off. I have no way of clamping the wheel such that I can then loosen it when the time comes. Now, we've got to design the rest. And it's about time to say I take absolutely zero credit for what I am doing and I'm about to do. Salem Straub is just like a world-class bladesmith in the Pacific Northwest in the US. And he spent a lot of time thinking about and using surface grinders converted to belts. Thank you, Salem, for your input. He's got a great YouTube series on it that you should check out too. All credit to Salem. Well, we're going to be using these bits of paper as spacers so that we still get enough clearance for it to go up and down. That's what's going on. So the paper's there to provide us clearance for it to slide smoothly without too much play when it's done. However, with the paper there, there's no clearance for it to slide out smoothly. So we've now got to get it off. Not a chance. All right, gonna have to burn it off. Classic. That is my new quench drum. I have one of the world's nicest quench buckets made by my friend Ewan the Cooper. However, I often run into the challenge of not having a long enough tub of water to quench in, and have a look at what I've acquired. 55 gallons of water holding goodness. And check this out. Oh no, I dropped something. Fear not, for it can be retrieved. I learned this trick from a French blacksmith, Julien Puy, years ago. And I never implemented it in my life. And I've cursed myself for not implementing it every day that I've dropped something in a bucket of water for the last 15 years. Okay, maybe I should have used thicker card. Doesn't seem to be coming out.
If only there was somebody to tell you that this thing don't work.
Well, like you. I'm gonna cool the inside of the pipe with a hose. Yes! Do you see that? It moved.
Wait.
Yes! That worked a treat until it didn't. Wow. Great job, Alec. Ow! My life. Ah! It's almost there! Ah, no fingers! Yeah, mama! She's out of there! Great job, Bob. This press just will not cease to move. You see what's wrong with it, Jamie? If you have a look at it, it's not square. Space is a fantastic place to build your website. They're today's sponsor. And if you've been on the fence about building a website because you think it's too challenging with Squarespace, it's a delight. They've got countless drag and drop themes. You can sell unlimited physical or digital products. You can sell your time with Squarespace scheduling, and especially important if you're a small business owner who loves to make stuff in workshops with exciting tools and wonky tools. You're here for the love of making things, not for the love of admin. So keeping things efficient and in one place helps you do more of what you love. And with Squarespace's invoice tool for those custom jobs and invoicing clients, save the hassle of switching platforms and do it through your Squarespace website. Run your email marketing campaigns there. I've been using Squarespace for over 10 years. You can find my t-shirts through my Squarespace website, and I hope that you go and give it a try. You'll get a free trial at squarespace.com/forge, and code FORGE at checkout will get you 10% off your purchases. That includes your domain too, because it's an all-one platform. I love it, and I hope that you give it a try. Let's get back to it. Are you ready now? 1, 2, 3, 4! we see if this fits? It's gonna be awkward if it doesn't. You don't want to see if it fits. It's like Schrodinger's cat. If you don't put it on the machine, you never have to find out if you messed up your measurements. Oh, I can read a tape measure. Fabulous, delightful, and hopefully nice and rigid. You see, I had to do this little dog leg here because, again, according to Salem's instruction, it's beneficial to have this whole assembly on a slight angle, and without the dog leg, we would have been fouling on the inside of the belt. Cool, that stays there. Back to deal with our tube. That's what we want. Now what we've got to do is we've got to get this wheel on there. And we need a way of pivoting that wheel so that it has tracking. How do I do this? Is it really going to be quicker to just do this by hand?
This is how the tracking works. This is a spring. Let's go test it. It's too bloody long.
Dang it!
Almost done.
Yay! Okay, getting that belt to track now. So as I tighten this bolt, this top tracking wheel pivots and moves the belt. I think that's tighter than it needs to be there. Right, wish me luck. 3, 2, 1. Not bad, gave it a little bump of power. Tracked the belt a little bit. Whoa! Sick! Yeah, baby! We done did a thing, boys and girls! Got a half-used 36 grit belt on, bit of mild steel on the mag chuck. Let's see how she goes. On goes the spindle. Oh, we're touching. That is dignified, boys and girls. That would be possible with a stone, but I think a little bit slower going with the shallower depth of cut. All right. Oh! It's ice cold! That's meant to be one of the great advantages of these belt conversions. I can't believe that. I want to measure how much we took off in one very, very quick pass. The belt looks great. We took off 0.1 millimeters pretty quickly. Fantastic. All right, concept proven, it works, but we now need to tart it up, make it better. You see, when it's fully compressed, it's a bit like jammy, getting bound up in there. Need to fix that. Also need a handle that we can turn without a wrench, and I need to hide these awful welds so that you will not leave comments about it.
Bloody hell.
All right. Nice job, Alec. That looks great from where I last saw it.
I said it looked great in there.
Bloody hell,
I said it
those
looked great
welds
in
are
there.
crap. We can also cut off our unused excess over here. Now we know we don't need this. Ah! I pinched my finger! Ow!
Damn.
Isn't that sick? Those welds aren't much better. Much smoother. Need a little pad here. Ah! I was gonna need some grinding.
Well, let's see.
No. It's not worth showing.
Come on.
No.
Don't be like that.
I would like a way to compress this because it's really hard to do by hand when it's up there on the surface grinder. Oh, yeah! Look at that, boys! Let's go! Great, I wasn't recording. All right, here we go. The belt goes on a lot easier now. Crushed a bit of pipe for my tracking knob. On with the spindle. There's the tracking working. We can get it to go right on the edge there. Perfect. And what we've now got is we have 5 pieces of 1080 steel here, and we're gonna see how long does it take me to clean up both sides. Has all this effort to build this surface grinder modification actually paid off in making life easier for me? With that, let's go. This is also now the first time I'm using these scary looking buttons to do the in-feed for me as well automatically. So when it hits this, that wheel spins, and it's all very violent and quick. Now trusting this 64-year-old machine to, you know, do the job for me. Now, this machine also has 2 speed settings. One speed setting, 1400, then another one, 2800. Do I risk it?
Well, didn't one of them not work?
Yeah, but then I think it started working. I mean, it's doing the job fine, it's just it's not as sparky as you'd expect. Ow! The sparks are still hot though. I can show you guys the swarf that's coming off of here. Have a look at that grinding swarf. The stock removal rates with this are clearly much higher than they were with stones.
Thing is that we need a good thumbnail, so I feel like you need to turn up the sparks.
What, so we can get more sparks? Damn, son! Look at that go!
Now we're cooking with gas.
How good is that? Definitely an improvement in surface finish. See that pile of swarf over there? Woo! Oh, there we go. That's why we don't use the high speed, guys.
We got the thumbnail though.
Yep, we also might have broken my machine. I don't like that.
People have been asking for one for months.
I had to dig really deep there, Jamie.
The people have been waiting so patiently.
I don't care what the people have been waiting for, if it involves scaring me. Great! That shouldn't have happened. Have I just broken my surface grinder?
Yeah, but look on the bright side, we got the thumbnail.
I'm worried about why that wheel just stalled. Maybe I'm taking too far of a step over with this auto step over.
So how quickly would this have taken if you were on the stone?
On the stone, this would have taken at least 3 times the time, I'm gonna guess here. Because on the stone, it's not even a given that you can get through that skin in one pass. Whereas here, we've gone right through it.
What bell is it, 36?
36 grit?
What is the equivalent grit of the stone that was on it?
I think it was a 60, WA 60 kV. But again, it's not, the equivalence isn't the same. Like, they just simply don't have the same stock removal rate. But they're significantly more accurate. Here, if I want to hold 10 microns, it's going to be a lot harder with a belt than it is with a stone. We will never achieve the same flatness with belts, but that's not the idea. The idea is faster stock removal. The idea is I slap my titanium down on that chuck, we clean it up, save tons of time. Okay, that's 14 minutes to do one face.
But there was some calamity in there as well.
Yes, there were some moments of excitement and fear, hatred.
Hatred?
Yeah, what could have caused that?
Just because your machine stopped twice, I don't think you should hate the machine.
Yeah, it wasn't the machine. Look at that surface finish. Not bad for a 36 grit. Now we'll do the other side. "29 minutes. That is the total time to clean up 1 mag chuck's worth of steel. Now, since we are currently engaged in the process of trying to make a titanium Damascus katana, and that's the whole reason for wanting to do this, is being able to clean up not only our steel better, but our titanium better. So why don't we have a look-see? Let's put our titanium on the magnetic chuck, and should we try and clean it up, shall we? Oh, wait! Titanium's non-magnetic, so we can't put it straight down on the chuck. We're gonna have to glue it or double-sided tape it, but I don't want to do either of those things direct to the chuck, so I'm gonna cut a little bit of scrap steel, then use the magnet to stick the steel down, and then glue this to the steel and see how this performs on titanium. A little spot of super glue. I think double-sided tape is gonna be the best option for this long term.
But you haven't got any at the moment.
No double-sided tape at the moment. How does a workshop not have any double-sided tape in it? I don't know. Damn it. Ah, it's not stuck.
Right, if you just grind it, and I'll just hold this corner.
Yeah, just keep your finger there while I grind. Thanks, Jamie. Do you mind just putting some fingers on this? Like holding it how I'm holding it?
Where are you gonna go? Nice try. Nice try.
Try what I need to
The
go do
oldest trick in the book.
I need to go do something. How long do I have to wait for this to set? Fresh belt. Oh, look at that changeover. Start the timer. It's spinning at a slower RPM than my regular grinder, which is great for 0 heat buildup, but it means that we don't get pretty titanium sparks. Yummy. That was about 25 minutes. I had to take a couple of passes. Invariably, the way it's mounted in the super glue is not super flat, so I had to go a decent ways. It's gonna be a lovely surface finish for stacking up our titanium billets and getting really clean welds. I'm feeling very hopeful. I think this is a great modification. Thanks again to Salem. Check out his YouTube channel. Salem truly does set the bar for world-class bladesmithing, and if you don't follow his work, I think you should. Be sure to build yourself a website with today's sponsor at squarespace.com/forge. You can even grab one of my t-shirts by going to my Squarespace website. Appreciate you all. Bye-bye.